look, for all you know, you smiling at someone one day can put a smile on their face, and when they're walking around, they might see a lady or a man, and they might smile at each other and be like, huh, what a cutie. What a cutie. Let me get her number. Let me get his number. And then, they start talking. 3 years down the line, they're married. Bing, bang, boom. 3 kids. All because of your smile. And I'm not joking. I genuinely mean that. Can you judge an eagle by how deep it swims in the sea? Can you judge a shark by how high it can climb an oak tree? Imagine trying to use your feet to see, or perhaps using your ears to breathe. In the same vein, what business do you have trying to be me? Is it because of some form of perfection you think you see? If the birds have no business swimming in the sea and the fishes have no business climbing a tree, what business do you have trying to be him or her, or perhaps even me? I wrote that poem because I was thinking about how we try to be exactly like others. It's okay to look to people for advice or comparison in the secondary degree to say, okay, this is the standard, this is how I can get better in the future. But when we look down on our purpose and ourselves simply because of another's greatness or another's purpose, we are essentially saying to ourselves and God that I don't think I'm worth anything. I don't think the purpose I have is enough. But it says in 1 Corinthians, I think chapter 13, not too sure, but it was talking about how the different parts of the body of Christ serve a different purpose. The feet cannot say, oh, I can't see. Yes, because that's not what it's meant to do. So for me, I looked at that and it helped me, or it's helping me rather, think about how I not necessarily shouldn't be comparing myself at all, but that even in my comparison, realize that I have a unique purpose as well. And I know that others are comparing themselves to me. Hence why I said, what business do you have trying to be me? And this could be said for all the people we're comparing ourselves to. They could be saying the same thing. Because in my conversations with people, I've realized that we all seem to compare ourselves to someone. And eventually, it's like a cycle. It's going to eventually come back to the person who was comparing themselves to someone else. We tend to idolize or sort of pedestalize the people that we look up to and say, oh, this person definitely has a great purpose. But here's the thing. The reason we look down on smaller purposes, or purposes we think are smaller, is because when they're there, everything is so seamless. Everything works as it's supposed to work. If you see, for instance, a traffic light working the way it's supposed to work, you're not like, oh wow, that traffic light is really, organizing traffic. You're just like, yeah, that's just what it does. And because its purpose is so perpetual and so crucial, and because it's always, almost always there, you look at it as, oh, it's not that important. It's just doing what it's meant to do. But I'm not going to say that doing what you're meant to do deserves praise, but I don't think it doesn't deserve your appreciation. That's what I want to say. So if you look at your purpose and you look at yourself as a traffic light, for instance, without you, there will be a lot of accidents, more than there are. Let's just say that with you, there are still some accidents, but without you, there will be a ton more, because if you leave humans to their devices to just do whatever they want, someone will die. Trust me. And I don't know, it's kind of morbid, but when you think about people and their purposes, I don't know what multiple people have multiple purposes. That's the same thing. Anyways, when you think about people and what purpose they serve, we fail to see how it plays in the bigger picture, right? Because we're not God, right? We didn't orchestrate everything how it's supposed to be, so we can't see how a simple smile towards someone may change their life. Look, one day, you may be walking around, you maybe not necessarily feel the happiest, but you see someone, and in that moment, you can tell that they're probably miserable. You have two options. Either you smile at them, or you just go about your own day. Now, if you decide to go about your own day, no one is going to blame you for not smiling at a stranger, right? But if you do decide to smile at a stranger, it's a refreshing feeling. When someone you don't know gives you a smile, just a simple movement of the muscles, it's like your day just brightens up. I mean, that's how I feel. Especially if it's someone that's just seems like a lovely person. They just seem like they're enjoying life. And they look at you and they smile and you're like, maybe life isn't so bad after all. Maybe my bills overdue. Maybe, you'll probably still think about your bills, right? But I reckon that in that moment, in that small window of time, it's like it's just you and that person, and that smile just brightened your day. And maybe now you've seen that, okay, you can smile, so I can smile. And you smile, and your whole day just gets a little bit better. Now imagine if that person didn't smile at you. Let's say their day just was gonna go to, crap anyways, right? But you smiling at them will make a difference. I guarantee that. And people think that your purpose has to be this grandiose, just gargantuan, in front of the whole world type of thing. But your purpose could just be being able to encourage people. And when I say just be, I mean that as respectfully as possible, because encouragement is not a joke. This world right now is broken and people are very depressed and sad and feel like they don't have purpose. So if the words that you speak, if the art that you create, if the work that you do can put a little bit of light in someone's eyes, you're doing something greater than you could ever imagine. You don't know how that works in the grand scheme of things. And this verse about Corinthians and how every part of the body of the Christ serves a purpose. I had that because I was talking to other people in a Bible study, and the person that started that Bible study, that was his purpose. And now I'm creating a video because I was inspired by that, and now I'm talking to you, and you can be edified and encouraged, and you can go on to edify and encourage other people, and it's like a cycle, right? And I made a little joke, and I was like, look, for all you know, you smiling at someone one day can put a smile on their face, and when they're walking around, they might see a lady or a man, and they might smile at each other and be like, huh, what a cutie. What a cutie. Let me get her number. Let me get his number. And then, they start talking. 3 years down the line, they're married. Bing, bang, boom. 3 kids. All because of your smile. And I'm not joking. I genuinely mean that. No. And the thing is, you will never know. You will never know that, hey, you random stranger, that day you smiled at me, you brightened up my day just a little bit. And now I'm walking, and now I have 3 kids, not necessarily all because of you, but because you chose to put a smile on your face. I don't know how you were feeling that day, but just because you chose to express joy or happiness, I also was able to do the same thing, and this led to this. So my message for you is, don't underestimate your purpose simply because you can see someone else's and you think theirs is greater than yours, because no one's purpose is greater than the other. The arm is not more important than the head. The head is not more important than the eyes, right? If someone says, hey, which organ would you sacrifice willingly? Not even for anything, you don't get anything in return, just sacrifice. You would be like, oh, I guess I could do without my toes but you can't, because there are some things in life that you just can't do without certain parts of it. I mean, you can adapt, obviously. I don't know where I'm going with this, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't just willingly sacrifice a part of you for no reason. You know that every part of you serves a purpose, especially the stuff that's inside, because the stuff that's outside, yeah, we can see them, but without your heart, buddy, you're gonna die. And the thing is, we don't wake up saying, God, thank you that my heart is pumping blood today. Lord, thank you that my heart is pumping blood today. But yeah, no, that was it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And as always, Godspeed.